Please remember, while Fuller House is a family show, the Fullest House podcast is not. Therefore, listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the Fullest House podcast, where we're going to stop this podcast and instead open up a snorkel and taco shop. I'm Harrison Bloom.
I'm Zach Horowitz.
And I'm Mark Greene.
We're in high school, guys.
We made it. We made it. We made it to high school.
We made it to high school.
I thought we graduated several years ago, but we're back.
Yeah, I thought I was under the impression that we graduated middle school about, I don't know, like 8 years ago, I guess, if I'm doing the math correctly. But I guess we just graduated middle school and now we're in high school.
And it's just like all the movies where everyone really cares about what you do at the cafeteria. For some reason.
Oh yeah, like that first day in the cafeteria is gonna make or break the entire 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I highly suspect they only had one set. It was just the cafeteria, and they were like, okay, we gotta make do with all of this. Everything has to be in the cafeteria.
You are 800% correct. Because there are, like, about 50% of the scenes that happen in the high school should not take place in the cafeteria.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, I remember, like, there's a dance scene.
Yeah.
There's a dance scene in the high school. And I remember one specific day where Zach and I had to do fencing practice.
I was going to say.
In the cafeteria. And it was considered one of the weirdest things you could possibly do. We were like, what the hell are we doing? It was
very weird. We got kicked out of the gym. Harrison and I were on our high school fencing team. We got kicked out of the gym. I forget why. I think they were doing something else. So we had practice in the cafeteria one day. And it was really weird.
Yeah, it was odd.
I mean, I have no idea if this was normal. I think a lot of things, I didn't want to do a really, intense athletic gym class. So one quarter I did take dance for gym.
Okay, yeah.
And like we had a dance room at our high school.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. I don't know if that's normal for every high school, but I'm like, I feel like a gym or a stage, but not the cafeteria.
Yeah.
No, you see, Mark, the best gym class is when you take like an actually athletic one, but it's in a class with like non-athletic seniors when you're a senior and a bunch of like freshmen. So you're just like, you got like a foot over everybody else.
Yeah.
It's like the one time in my life I felt athletically superior to a group of people.
Damn.
That's fair. I was going to say, I've had some great gym classes. It's just, if you have gym class with your friends.
Oh yeah,
that's really great.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I think
it's so good.
I was in Adventure Ed, which was like, for our listeners, basically it was a ropes course. And I know we were like, someone was up there and we just started singing It's Not Unusual for no reason.
Yeah, I had a similar experience as well, because I had one time had it with a bunch of our other friends and we just started singing Never Gonna Give You Up. And while we were all belaying, like some random girl who was just staring at us like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah, that was the most fun thing because it was...
I would also like to point out that we took this first period, so we were doing all this shit at 8 in the morning.
Me too.
Oh,
Me too.
No.
I had the same exact situation where it was me, bunch of our friends, like our shared friends.
Yeah.
At 8 in the morning. And then it was just a bunch of people in our grade and then like a bunch of people one grade below us.
Yeah.
And it was so much fun.
It was...
Oh my God.
I remember like the teacher was staring at us like, and everyone else was like, what the fuck are these guys doing? But it was like the best because we just started singing Rickroll.
We were a full mess as a grade. Right? We were the first grade of seniors that did not win Battle of the Classes. And like,
no, that made me so happy as like someone who just loves to see the world burn.
Our grade was pretty much my last two brain cells meme, or the I'm with stupid if like the normal person was our junior class. Like just the grade below us was just so much better than us.
We'll get to the episode soon, but we have to reminisce.
I never understood school spirit until I got to college. Like I had no school spirit at that point, and I was honestly like, I was kind of hyped we lost just because I wanted to see the world burn.
So anyway, Fuller House.
Fuller House, yeah.
I could keep talking
Where there's a ton
this.
of school spirit.
Is there?
Deservedly so. This is... I'm going to make a controversial statement. This is maybe the best high school I've ever seen.
Yeah, this is a great school.
I don't have any reasons. It's one room.
It's one room.
You'll never get lost. You'll never get lost. There's dancing in the cafeteria.
I would also like to say, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I've seen a lot of High School media. I mean, High School Musical, there's dancing in the cafeteria. I feel like our high school was just the weird one.
Yeah, we didn't dance in the cafeteria.
I guess so. There was no dancing in our cafeteria. I did want to see a fight break out, but that was weird.
Wait, what?
I think Tyler's going to be furious if we spend more time talking about our individual high school experience. So I do kind of... we'll talk about that later. I 100% want to talk about that after the podcast. Anyway.
Yeah, high school is beginning in the Fuller household and not ours.
Yeah.
Yes, J Money and Ramona are going to their first day of high school, but Lola is not going to be there.
Lola is moving away. Yeah, we open the episode. We're in the kitchen, as we often are at the beginning of the episode. Fernando walks in. He's going to be going away because, as we often forget, he is a very famous race car driver.
Yes.
God.
It just there's like one episode every season where it's just like randomly brought up as a throwaway joke.
Yeah, where everyone is like, what does Fernando do for a living? Oh, he's a race car driver?
He's a very famous race car driver.
God, what else could he be? A professional wrestler? Or an ex-professional wrestler?
I would love to see that. We go back to the professional wrestling thing where Jeff Davis is the ring announcer and have Fernando come in and just fight people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. There was a professional wrestling episode. Anyway.
But anyway, Jimmy and Steph just got back from the fertility clinic where Jimmy very much enjoyed himself. That's just the line. Yes. He enjoyed being a donor.
He had the happiest little face on this entire scene, and it was the best.
Oh boy!
Hey, if you thought there wasn't ever going to be a masturbation joke in Fuller House, you were wrong.
You were wrong.
You were very wrong.
It's the opening of Spider-Man. If somebody told you there wasn't going to be a masturbation joke in Fuller House, somebody lied.
Jimmy had this stupid little grin on his face the entire time, and it was so funny. We love our good sweet boy.
He's done so much for the community today.
Our good sweet boy.
So many of his little Jimmies to...
I'm starting to dislike this conversation.
He wants to go again for his birthday, which I think personally ties in with his himbo aesthetic. This is what modern feminism look like. This is what modern feminism looks like. He's going out of his way to help women who are having problems getting pregnant. He's going out of his way for strong, independent women who don't need no man to get pregnant. Jimmy is there.
Okay.
I was going to ask, what is the 1 to 2 on Jimmy enjoys masturbating to Jimmy is a feminist? But I guess you explained it.
Yeah.
Heavy question mark.
He's helping the community.
He's helping women. The community. All right.
Looking to be single mothers or who have husbands who can't, have children with her.
Hey, on a different note, also Mankowski is here.
Yes,
he's back.
Mankowski.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
He's still really into DJ.
That's his only character trait.
DJ. And I mean, he heard she's single now.
How did J Money find the worst friend?
Summer school.
Because he's J Money at summer school.
That's true.
He basically goes up to DJ and is just like, I'm gonna be single. There's gonna be a lot of girls in high school, but I want you to wait for me. My heart will always belong to. My heart will always belong with you. So what I'm saying is, wait for me. I will be there. Just give me like 4 years.
Give me 4 years.
Maybe 8 if you want me to get a job before we start dating.
He has 2 traits, which is 1, he's an idiot, and 2, he wants to fuck DJ.
Yeah, he's just really into MILFs.
I do not like Mankowski.
No, we do not stand Mankowski.
I do not like him, Sam. I do not like him in a boat. I do not like him with a goat. I do not like him in a box. I do not like him with a phone.
Yeah, we don't stand Mankowski, but you know who we do stand, guys? You know who we do stand? The one and only debuting Fuller House character in this episode. The one and only Chad Brad Bradley.
Chad Brad
he's so
Bradley.
cool.
The coolest guy in school.
He's so fucking cool.
He's the captain
He's
of
so
the dance
cool.
team.
His name is Chad Brad Bradley.
Chad Brad Bradley. The coolest name for the coolest man.
Oh my god.
We can only aspire to be like Chad Brad
The
Bradley.
one and only Chadwick Bradford Bradley.
Wait, no, I'm sorry. Don't you mean Chadwick Bradwick Bradley?
Bradwick Bradley.
Chadwick Bradley. Oh my god. But yeah, there's a guy named Chad Brad Bradley at this high school, and he is exactly what you would expect from a character named Chad Brad Bradley.
He's the captain of the dance team, which Ramona is trying out for. He shows up, says, "Hi, I'm Chad Brad Bradley." The audience cheers.
For some reason, we don't know why.
Listen, Chad Brad Bradley just carries with him a certain energy, where you just gotta applaud. Also, I feel like he just kind of...
It's because he's so cool.
I want you guys, let me know if I'm talking crazy here, but I feel like Chad Brad Bradley is the kind of person to have like a button on him hidden at all times, where if he just like presses it, then there's just applause that comes in from out of nowhere.
He has a little sound effect.
He has like Sam's remote from iCarly.
Yeah.
But it's like a really small one and it's like hidden away somewhere.
He is responsible for the laugh track. Every time this show makes like a joke that isn't good, but the laugh track plays anyway, that's just because Chad Brad Bradley made a funnier joke at the same time.
So he's been here
Chad
this
Brad
whole time.
Bradley, god of humor.
Like, no matter where he is, you can hear the laugh track. Anywhere in the Fuller House universe.
Oh my god.
The immediate cheering, because we remember Chad Brad Bradley, so we were fucking pumped, but so was the audience.
We were starting the episode, and then Mark said, "Is this the Chad Brad Bradley episode?" And I got really excited because I stupidly forgot that Chad Brad Bradley was a thing. And oh my god, when I saw him grace my screen, it was a wonderful time had by all.
But he's gonna teach everybody his Chad Brad Bradley choreog, to which Ramona says, "Don't you mean choreo?" And he says, "No, I mean choreog."
It's cooler when you say it that way. I'm cool.
He's so cool. He continually refers to himself in the third person.
Yes. And not like, and when we say the third person, we don't mean him saying like, Chad says this. No, Chad, he refers to himself in the third person as Chad Brad Bradley.
Chad Brad Bradley. Guys, Bobby Popko is done. Robert Popko is gone. He's out. He is yesterday's news. Chadwick Bradwick Bradley is here and now. He is Vogue. He is
out with the
he
Bobby
is here.
Popko, in with the Chad Brad Bradley.
Oh my god.
The virgin Robert Popko versus the
Chad Brad Bradley.
Bradley.
The virgin Bobby Popko versus the Chad Brad Bradley.
I would like to crown Chad Brad Bradley as the king of swag. I feel like that's a title that he would pick out. The king of swag, Chad Brad Bradley.
Anyway, he starts showing everybody the choreography. Ramona follows along with it, builds on it, absolutely shows him up, which, like, good for our girl. We love Ramona.
But, like, don't show up Chad Brad Bradley like that.
You're never going to be as cool as Chad Brad Bradley.
Exactly.
No.
Just
so, like,
trying. Just naturally charismatic.
I mean, when you have a name like Chad Brad Bradley, you have to be. Like, there are high expectations placed upon you with that name.
Yeah. Tyler, could you get like a voice to text thing and just tell us how long we've been talking about Chad Brad Bradley? Just like put at the end of this part of the episode, you know, like
4.5 minutes.
Oh god.
But Ramona shows him up, and so he cuts Ramona from the team.
Yeah.
Which is very sad.
Mm-hmm.
But also so Chad.
It's so Chad Brad Bradley.
Okay, we have to move on.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We have to move on. We have to move on.
We could talk about Chad Brad Bradley for like a full hour, but we're not going to.
we've got another.
Can that be our bonus episode in between seasons? We spend a whole hour talking about Chad Brad Bradley.
I do not want to promise that, but oh man, oh my gosh. But guys, Matt is back.
Yes,
Matt's back. You're right.
Matt's back, and everything's good forever now.
Yeah.
Until it wasn't.
No, because he's in the middle of a crisis.
Yeah. Well, my note, if I may read it, is Matt is back and he's a douche.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's not quite a douche in this episode. He's more just in the denial.
No, he's more in denial. He comes back. He's tanned. He is like Chad Brad Bradley, referring to himself in the third person.
Yeah, he tried to find himself.
Yeah, he says,
as he puts it.
Matthew Harmon doesn't need possessions or a job. Matthew Harmon just needs Matt Harmon.
That's deep. r/I'm 14 and this is deep.
Yeah. He tells DJ he wants to quit being a vet so he can go and open up a taco/snorkel shop.
Yep.
Over on the island.
But first he needs to go home to read a book about making tacos.
Which, by the way, his delivery on that line is so perfect. Like the pause.
So yeah.
I gotta go read a book about making tacos. And then he leaves.
Yeah, he really chilled at this episode.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's actually the entire scene. It's just Matt coming back and being this now. And DJ just has to deal with it.
And she never complains because she's like, yeah, I guess I would too if I was dumped in Japan.
Yeah, guys, what is your downward spiral if someone broke up, if the woman you loved broke off your engagement in Japan in front of everybody you know, I guess?
I'd like fully embrace my unhealthy martial arts obsession and like go to Okinawa and try to convince myself I wanted to open up like a fishing boat and like train karate my entire life. That would be me for 2 days until I got my shit together.
I'd probably hire
the dragon
to kill my ex, and like that'd be very vindicating for like 2 days, and then until it isn't, and then I just move on with my life.
For a second, Harrison, I thought you were going to say you were going to become like a wandering Ronin.
The wandering samurai.
Small white Jewish samurai. Wandering New Jersey.
Instead of a samurai losing your master, you're just a Jew who got broken up with.
Yes, I love this. We're building on this concept. These are all our spin-offs for the episode.
Yeah, the wandering Jewish samurai.
Wandering Jewish samurai.
That's an SNL sketch.
Yes. Yes.
That's like an OG 1975 SNL sketch. The wandering Jewish samurai.
God. Just imagining like a wandering samurai, but it's played by Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Oh, that'd be great.
Well, and he can fight John Belushi.
Oh no.
That's our big twist that we're building to.
Oh my god.
God, what would your midlife crisis be? Or post-breakup crisis?
Post-breakup crisis.
Ooh. I mean, I've already said I'd go to the dragon and put a hit out on the ex, but...
Oh, yes. Right.
And then join the Yakuza.
Join the Yakuza.
Yeah, a white Jewish man in the Yakuza.
I think I'd be pushed very far inward. Do a lot of self-reflection, maybe also learn martial arts, maybe also like learn detective skills and start fighting crime.
Oh, I see where this is leading.
I'd be a Batman. I think.
You'd be Batman. I could see that. Yeah, that feels like a kick-ass hero. Like, isn't that basically Kick-Ass's origin?
Well, I was gonna say this goes along with the age-old saying, always be yourself. Unless you can be Batman, in that case, always be Batman.
See, she didn't like me enough, but you know who she's gonna love? Batman. The Batman, the vigilante Batman.
So Matt is unraveling.
Matt's unraveling, but guys, high school is still in session.
Yes.
Right.
And it's lunchtime.
And guys, Mankowski is excited because all the girls have boobies now. Those are his words, not my words. Yeah. It's really creepy.
And then, it's very creepy, to which Rocky the only woman who even bothers to talk to Mankowski at this point.
Why does Rocky hang out with them?
I don't know. I don't know why Rocky hangs out with these people.
Cooler than them.
And then Rocky's immediately like, yeah, don't say boobies ever again. To which, like, Rocky has just returned to being the character that just says whatever the audience is thinking.
Yep.
She's just the best.
She's very good, and I really love. She says to J Money,
why does she hang out with J Money and Mankowski?
Right? Why did she do? She was stuck with them in summer school, and then I guess she was just like, I guess this is my life now.
I guess we're friends. I guess I'm developing feelings for J Money.
She has these like weird backwards feelings for J Money. But she tells J Money, oh, hey, just remember, don't embarrass yourself or you're just going to be a loser for all of high school. And he's like, I'm not going to embarrass myself. He immediately slips and falls.
I was going to say, before I could even say he slips and falls, he slips and falls.
Yep. He's like, I'm not going to slip and fall. And he slips and falls. He slips on a piece of mayonnaise covered bologna.
And then we get another triumphant return because from out of nowhere, the one and only sad teacher man comes in.
Mr. Weinberg himself.
Mr. Weinberg himself, the sad teacher man, comes in.
He comes in, he lays safety cones around J Money, gives him a neck brace.
Oh boy.
Just embarrassing him further. I thought we were done with Mr. Weinberg. But I so love that they have carried him over. He has moved from the middle school to the high school like Mr. fucking Feeney.
Oh man, I love him. I know his name is Mr. Weinberg, but I will continue to refer to him as Sad Teacher Man until the day I die.
I accept
Should
both.
Should we call him by anything else?
I accept both. I'm not doing a J Money where he has no other name.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he is Sad Teacher Man, but I'll accept Mr. Weinberg. I feel like I call him that sometimes just for convenience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's back. I love the fact that they brought him back.
He's back. He embarrasses J Money.
He's back with a vengeance.
He embarrasses J Money. We immediately find out that Baloney Boy is trending and J Money's life is ruined. It's great.
Oh no.
So J Money and Ramona go home. Max is making cookies. I was really surprised that I straight up forgot about Max.
Yeah. Max doesn't really do much this episode, but he's making cookies. He's basically like, it's very much like the trope of like, you go to the bartender and you kind of vent to them after a long day. And this 8-year-old is playing the role of the bartender.
He's a bartender, but with cookies. He's the Sam Malone. He's going to sleep with a lot of women. That was Sam's thing in Cheers. Always
this 8-year-old
sleeping around. Oh, God. But Ramona tells him that since she doesn't have any friends and she was shown up by Brad Bradley at dance, she had to eat in the janitor's closet, and even the janitor didn't want to listen to her. Oh man. Aww. And Max tells this to Kimmy in a pointed setup for later.
I also want to point out, when Max is like telling all this to Kimmy, her responses sound like she doesn't care about her daughter. Like he's telling Kimmy, he's like, yeah, your daughter ate lunch alone. What? No. No.
Ramona?
What?
But she's the most popular.
Like, it just sounds like she doesn't care about her own daughter.
Yeah.
She was really phoning it in here.
Yeah.
Matt was working overtime, so he had to suck energy from Andrea.
You could tell it was like the end of a filming day, and they were just like, Andrea Barber, we just need you to do like one more take. She's like, oh, fine.
Speaking of Matt working overtime, we go back to the pet clinic where we get a little package.
Yes.
A little package.
Sorry. A very large package. At first, Matt thinks it's the 400 snorkels he ordered. I love that he ordered 400 snorkels without having a shop yet.
You gotta get your inventory somehow, man.
Yeah. They're like, I guess.
Why 400? Why was that the start?
Well, they're like, I bet something completely ordinary and not at all scary is in this box.
Yes. They open up the box, and lo and behold, it is not something normal, and it is in fact something scary. And by that I mean there's an alligator in the box.
It's an alligator.
they thought that was a very smart idea to send this alligator.
They knock and they drop off the box and leave. Who just leaves their alligator with no warning and like they just drop it off like it's a fucking Charles Dickens novel? Like there's just all of a sudden an alligator in the fucking in the vet clinic.
I was more surprised at the Charles Dickens poll.
Well, yeah, that's a thing where they leave the orphan at the doorstep and just knock on the door and run away.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's an orphan trope. Oh, this alligator is an orphan.
Oh, no.
Maybe he's gonna grow up to be Batman.
No, Mark, don't be ridiculous. He's gonna be Killer Croc.
Yes, of course.
The alternate Batman, the Bat Alligator. The Bat Croc.
I'm a bad alligator.
Everything is exactly the same, except Bruce Wayne is an alligator.
Yes.
Alfred's just like, I see you've come in from another evening, shall I provide? And it's just an alligator.
It's just an alligator. And everyone's like, who could this masked vigilante Batman be? And it's clearly just an alligator in a Batman costume.
Yeah, this alligator is in a tuxedo at a high society event, and then the penguin
it's just
shows
crawling
up.
Down on all fours, and they're like, whoa, gee, I wonder who Bat Alligator is.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who is this masked man? Oh, by the way, I guess that's our spinoff for the episode, right? Bat Alligator.
Bat Alligator.
Batgator? Yeah.
But DJ and Matt, they run into the exam room. They stand up on the table. The alligator crawls in and shuts the door, trapping them. Luckily, who should call DJ but Fernando? Maybe not luckily, because Fernando is not helpful.
Yeah. Fernando's calling. He's like, by the way, I forgot. I need someone to water my flowers while I'm gone. So can you like do that for me? And then DJ's like, Fernando,
you and not Kimmy.
Fernando. Also, Fernando, first of all, you don't live here anymore. That should be something to point out.
He has a roommate. Why doesn't he just call Jimmy?
He doesn't live there anymore.
True.
Why is he calling?
Did this show forget that Fernando and Jimmy live together?
Yeah, you could have called Jimmy. Also, it just turns into an argument about whether the expression is elephant in the room or alligator in the office.
Yeah, well, DJ says, like, I'm trapped with Matt. And Fernando's like, yeah, I bet that must be awkward. And she says, like, no, I'm trapped. There's an alligator in the office. And he says, oh, it's an elephant in the room. That's the expression. And they keep arguing, and it's not at all tedious. And DJ drops her phone in the gator's mouth. I only wanted to mention all this because DJ's like, I dropped my phone, and Matt says, you already dropped me. And oh, no. Their plan is to reach the thermostat. One of them will reach out, the other will hold them so they don't fall. And Matt says, oh, well, you should reach out and I'll hold you. And DJ says, well, why don't you reach out and I'll hold you? I won't drop you. And he says, you already dropped me in Japan. And I'm like, love it for you, Matt. I love this for you.
Love this for Matt.
He hasn't descended into douchebag Matt yet, so he still has good life.
I mean, he's still douchebag Matt, but it's not in an annoying way yet.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
And that's that absolutely bonkers scene.
Yeah. They try to turn the temperature down because alligators are reptiles and they're cold-blooded, so they go to sleep when it's cold. So they do that, and then the scene ends. And then it cuts to, I believe,
we're back at the high school.
Yeah, we're back.
We're back at the high school. It's the next day. And guys, even though J-Money like absolutely fucking embarrassed himself, like you should be ashamed. Like I cannot even imagine what it's like to be him.
Baloney boy.
Freaking baloney boy. Like, oh my God.
Oh gosh.
But
why would he even show his face?
But like there are all these girls who are like waving at him. And Rocky tells him that she handled things. She started a rumor that he's the best kisser at this high school.
Is Rocky like slumming it? Because she seems to have a lot of influence in this high school.
Yeah, I don't know how this managed to like within the span of less than a day. This freshman has decided to start a rumor that's like taking over the school about this guy who like very clearly embarrassed himself on the first day. So like I don't know, doesn't seem very believable to me.
He has a new nickname, Full Lips Fuller, Nothing's fuller than these lips. Like, Rocky is so much cooler and smarter and more savvy than J Money. Why is she hanging out with him?
Well, we do find out in this scene, but it's very strange either way.
Yeah. So basically there's this one girl who goes up to him and he's like, hey, so I heard that you're really good at kissing, but I don't believe it. So I want you to kiss me right now in front of everyone.
Yeah. You know, I'm a really good kisser. Oh, yeah? Well, why don't you kiss me right here in front of everyone?
J Money can't kiss. J Money can't kiss.
Yep, Zach got it.
Yep.
I wanted to do the reading of it.
Well, then why don't you do it right here in front of everyone?
Oh, yeah. But I really do also love just how quickly this random girl gets a read on J Money. She's like, oh, I saw that rumor that you're a really good kisser, but just looking at you, I do not believe that.
Yeah.
She's just like, nope.
Maybe bullshit. A bad boy would be a good kisser, but you strike me as very much a sad boy.
But yeah, she goes in, she has to kiss him. J Money is very nervous because he's only ever kissed like Lola twice, and one of them was on New Year's. So he asks Mankowski to yell Happy New Year because it helps get him in the mood.
Yep. He says we're not in a committed relationship.
J Money stays monogamous. J Money's committed to only one woman and she's in Fresno.
J Money is waiting for marriage.
Also, what a middle school relationship to only kiss your girlfriend twice one of those times on New Year's.
Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, they're about to kiss, and then Rocky's like, "Whoa, excuse me. You know what? I'll be the one to test it out." So she kisses J Money,
and says, "The rumors were true. The myths are real.
The myths are real."
There's not to get on too much of a tangent.
I thought there was only a myth spoken of in the prophecy.
The trailer, the trailer for Disney's live action Jungle Cruise movie ends with a random shot of Emily Blunt going, "The myths are real." And it's the funniest thing in the world to me. And then the first trailer for Godzilla vs. Kong includes a character going in almost the exact same tone. "The myths are real."
Oh my god.
It's so funny to me. I don't know why.
The myths are real.
But yes,
J Money is a god of kissing.
Rocky kisses him, says the rumors are true, the myths are real. The other girls are like, okay, I guess I'm satisfied, and then they leave. And J Money's like, wow, thanks for lying. And Rocky's like, I wasn't lying. You are a good kisser.
So that's where we learn why Rocky keeps hanging out with them.
Before we move on, I want to say at least one more thing.
Yeah. About the myths and them being real. Yeah.
Yes. But also the popular girls, when they're leaving, the one who was about to kiss J Money's like, all right, well, when you're done with that girl over there and you're ready for a real woman, come find me or like DM me on Instagram or something. And then her and her friends all do like the synchronized motion where they like, I don't want to like, it's an audio format, but they all do like a synchronized motion. They do like a hair flip, like snap in sync, and it's like all synced up, and then they leave. So like, you know, the popular
Is that much
girls.
Different from what you guys do with the community thing? Like, you go girl, and then the snap.
Oh yeah, you go girl.
You go girl. It's hard to do over video.
Okay, I will say, over my audio, you guys were in perfect sync.
Oh,
okay, awesome. Mark and I figured out how to do. There was a scene from Community where Troy and Abed said "You go girl," and then snap in unison. And then Mark and I managed to. We can do it on our own.
It was funny. We did it. We like when we say we learned how to do it, but it was very funny because like we did it. We tried it and like didn't have the rhythm, and then we tried it again, and we've been able to do it every single time.
Yeah, without fail.
Yeah, without fail. It's hard to do over like video. Chat, but thank you for saying that's good. But yeah, she says, J Money, you're a good kisser. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And J Money says, you're a good kisser too. And she says, I don't need you to validate me. I don't need a man to validate me.
She punches him. She punches him again.
Yeah, and she punches him. She fucking knocks J Money out. And then she starts like kicking him.
Baloney Boy Part 2.
Stay down.
He got beat up by a girl.
Validation.
I don't need your validation. And just, like,
if you couldn't tell, that was a joke. She like punches him in the arm.
Although there really was a missed opportunity to make him go, "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry" again. But,
yeah,
his famous catchphrase.
But then on the other side of the cafeteria, Ramona's eating alone.
Simply one more thing I want to say about this. You know, they said, "J Money, you're a good kisser," and Mankowski says to him, "Show me."
Oh yeah.
And
teach me your ways.
Yeah, and Jimmy's like, "I'm not gonna do that," which is maybe the one time since season 1 that he's had any modicum of coolness or power, where he just has like a very quick sardonic, "I'm not gonna do that, man."
But yeah, you have to show yourself.
Also, do you think when Mankowski was saying "show me," do you think it was like teach me, or is he just into every member of the Fuller family?
I was thinking the latter.
I would like to say the latter, because Mankowski is horny. But
yes. You know our horny boy.
He just wants to get any modicum of DNA that resembles DJ Tanner's.
He's down to smooch.
He's down to smooch.
DTS, down to smooch.
No, that's right. That's a valid point. He wants to kiss J Money because half his DNA is DJ. He's halfway there.
It's true. It's true.
Therefore, if he kisses J Money, he's halfway towards his ultimate goal of fucking DJ. But
yes, just one kiss.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the cafeteria, Ramona is sitting alone when all of a sudden she's approached by this really short kid wearing all these like cool, I put air quotes around cool clothing, and he starts talking to her.
Yeah, who is this mysterious man?
That this mysterious man that is about half her size is actually, it's Max.
I referred to him in my notes as Hip Hop Max.
Hip Hop Max. Yeah, I think that's the best way to put it. Which, like, first of all, Max, don't you have school to go to?
Yeah, I don't. What's up with Max? He's just there when they get home from school making cookies. He's not in school. Is Max just like an adult now? Does he just have a job and a life?
Well, hold that thought, because a couple seconds later, another mysterious hip hop figure wearing the same exact clothes comes in, but this one's like not the size of a child. This one's the size of like a full-grown adult.
Yeah.
And it's revealed that this hip hop person is actually hip hop Kimmy Gibbler.
Hip hop Kimmy Gibbler, but she says aloud to the room, "I am a teen hanging out with Ramona because she's so cool, and then I'll be cool with this by association."
Cool friend Ramona Gibbler.
So how can it be Kimmy when it's a teen?
Mark, I hate to break it to you. I hate to break this to you. Kimmy lied.
What?
That doesn't make any sense. Oh, we have to solve this mystery. If only Bat Alligator were here.
Well, Bat Alligator unfortunately does not show up, but you know who does show up?
World's greatest detective.
Our good friend, world's best name, Chad Brad Bradley.
Chad Brad Bradley. He shows up.
He's here.
Kimmy challenges him to a dance-off on Ramona's behalf.
Yeah.
He immediately says, "Dance team assemble," and he and the dance team do a big choreographed thing that I guess they learned in a day.
Yeah.
A whole routine that they learned in a day. Ramona apprehensively goes like, "Dance team assemble."
And then it's like Kimmy, it's like Max, Kimmy. She drags in J Money, Rocky, and Mankowski.
J Money, Mankowski, Rocky, very much against her will. Rocky's going, no, but they drag her there. It's Rocky, it's your fault. You're associating with these people. You know what they're like.
Yeah. And then they do a dance, which quickly devolves into like everyone else just doing whatever the hell they want. J Money dabs in the background multiple times.
J Money dabs, Mankowski does the monkey.
Yes.
Everyone is
Ramona
terrible.
Just like pushes up, so Ramona just pushes them all aside and decides to take him on by herself, and it's just a one-on-one dance battle. Chad Brad Bradley comes up again. He does some dance moves. He hits a sick dab.
Oh god!
But Ramona's not doing bad herself. It's all down to this.
I also want to point out that what Chad Brad Bradley and also J Money to an extent, I saw them dab and I just instinctively yelled, "He dabbed!" And yeah. I'm sorry, Tyler, that totally just peaked the mic, but...
But the dancing gets so intense that Chad Brad Bradley stumbles. He falls down.
No.
And all the girls are like, Chad Brad Bradley never stumbles. And then who should show up but sad teacher man himself, Mr. Bunberg.
Boy, sad teacher man.
To lay down safety cones and put a neck brace on him. I guess he's just there whenever anybody trips.
It's like it's like the one thing that still gives him joy in his life is embarrassing high schoolers.
Yep. I just love it. I love it so much. He embarrasses Chad Brad Bradley. Chad Brad Bradley is like, yeah, Ramona, you got moves. You can be on the team.
Even though this was 100% her fault.
Yes.
Yeah, and then everyone in the cafeteria starts dancing High School Musical style.
Well, they do the Gibbler Gallop.
Yes. And sad teacher man joins in.
He fucking kills
Everyone's just into the Gibbler Gallop.
Why do they insist on bringing back the Gibbler Gallop every time? And then why do people just go along with it who have never seen this dance before? Yeah. They just happen to know the choreography.
It's like when you do the Cupid Shuffle. I mean, everyone just does it.
Could you imagine if you just went into your high school cafeteria and just started hitting the Macarena?
Yeah, but like, imagine the absolute hype that happens anytime someone plays the Cupid Shuffle at a dance, Zach. Everyone joins in.
There's a big difference between the Cupid Shuffle and the Gibbler Gallop.
It's also, this is a dance Kimmy invented. How does everybody just know it is more my thing.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
That's the world building of this show, Mark. Maybe it's big.
I think Kimmy should record her own Cha-Cha Slide-esque song that's just telling people how to do the Gibbler Gallop.
Yes.
Ooh, yes. They say I'm a rapper, but I say no.
I say no as well, Kimmy. I say no as well.
I just want to see an updated version of the Cha-Cha Slide. It doesn't even have to be the Gibbler Gallop. That'd be a fun sketch.
Zach, my one problem with that is the Cha-Cha Slide is perfect and needs no updates.
That's true.
Yeah.
But back at the house, guys, Steph and Jimmy have 3 viable embryos.
That's better than 2.
It's much better than 2.
It's very much better than 2, but not as good as 4, which is really the main takeaway.
I knew you were going to be a party pooper on this, Zach. I knew you were going to ruin it for everybody. Just have that energy.
Yeah, that's me, Zach, the guy that ruins everything. That's a visual thing. I gave like
Zach
a nice,
did a thumbs up and then realized
that
this is a podcast.
That's my new thing. I've gone from transitions to making visual gags in an audio format.
Yeah, it's fucking on point. But Jimmy takes one of Tommy's like stacking ring blocks, gets down on one knee. I did not remember this scene, so I thought he was going to full on propose to Steph, and it was going to be one of those cutesy sitcom things where he's proposing with something that's not a real ring because he loves her so much. But instead he says, I vow to be your baby daddy, and they joke that it's like a proposal. But I just mentioned that because I started writing Jimmy proposes to Steph, and then I crossed it out. And
I thought it was going to be
Steph's baby daddy, because I was like, well, this is a letdown.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah. It's like
Steph agrees, and then Kimmy starts throwing rice, Krispies.
Hey.
Ayo.
Yay.
Ayo.
And then that's how the episode.
Because that's what they deserve in this moment.
Yeah. So we got a new happy couple, a new happy baby mama, baby daddy, and it's great. It's great.
Yeah.
You know what else is great? Our favorite recurring segment.
One more thing I wanted to mention, though, just because we did skip over it.
Yeah.
Matt and DJ do escape from the alligator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God, we forgot about the alligator.
Yeah. They do. Yeah, we forgot. We forgot about the alligator.
Yeah. I had it in my notes, but it just segued. The one scene in the high school segued so well into the Ramona stuff. But, they have a frank discussion where Matt says, like, I don't know. I still have feelings for you. I don't know if I can see you every day. So I'm going to take a step back so we can figure this out.
This is why I say, like, Matt has not entered
not yet.
mode yet. It's just he's like outside of him having like a midlife crisis, like he's still fine. He's just not comfortable around DJ right now. They normal.
They get it to stop at the cool temperature. Matt takes off his jacket, revealing he already has a t-shirt made for his scuba and taco shop. And so they put the thing over, they leave, they close the door behind them, and they have this conversation, and they're like, do you think the alligator will be fine? Can they open a door? And then they come to the conclusion that it closed the door, so therefore it must be able to open it. Which it does prove to be true, though. It does prove to be true.
I still have a problem with them just like abandoning this alligator. I understand that as vets, it might be weird. Outside of their purview. But these are people who are like, I care so much about animals that I'm dedicating my life to healing them, but not that animal. Yeah. Someone like left their pet alligator and said, this is Shelly. She really likes rotisserie chickens. Please take care of her. Thank you. Bye. And they're like, fuck that alligator. I care about animals, but not all animals. That animal can die.
It was Kathy, not Shelly, but I get your point.
I forgot the name.
I guess you could say maybe they just like call animal control once they leave, so the alligator can be taken care of.
Sure, but I just something felt off to me with them being like, yeah, I love animals. Huh.
I'm sorry. For some reason, I just was randomly reminded of a scene from a later episode, but we'll get to it when we get to that episode.
You know what else is randomly coming to mind?
Sad boy of the week.
Yeah.
We have some strong contenders this episode.
It's a race to the bottom this episode.
Oh my god, there's some real sadness in this episode.
Let's see. I mean, okay, so we've got J Money.
We got J Money.
Yes. We've got Sad Teacher Man.
I don't know if Sad Teacher Man. I don't know if I
Mankowski.
felt like Sad Teacher Man was very sad in this episode.
That's fair.
That's fair. We didn't strike him off the list. I will still put Mankowski.
I kind of want to throw Chad Brad Bradley in the ring as well.
I'll support it. Chad Brad Bradley.
I think there's an argument.
If only for an excuse to talk about Chad Brad Bradley again.
Yes. CBB.
But also, should Ramona be considered as well?
I think Ramona can be considered. Yes. So who do we start with? Do we
want to start with like our big contenders?
Yes.
I think Matt.
Which I think is Matt and J Money.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Matt and J Money are the biggest ones.
Matt returns. We have not seen him since Japan.
Meaning he has dropped off
the face of the earth. He walks in a tank top and flip-flops, tanned, and says, hey, I took some time. I found myself. He's talking about himself in the third person. Matt Harmon doesn't need possessions. Matt Harmon doesn't need a job. Matt Harmon just needs a Matt Harmon. I'm going to open up a taco/snorkel shop, even though I do not know how to run a taco/snorkel shop. I don't even know how to make tacos. I just like the idea. Perfection.
Wonderful.
I know I just basically kind of quoted his whole vibe, but I think that's kind of his thing in the first scene. He, again, without really starting the business yet, he orders 400 snorkels.
Oh, God.
And then, by the way, on an unrelated note, gets trapped in a room by an alligator.
With the girl who just broke up with him in Japan.
Yeah, with the woman who just broke up with him in Japan, who broke his heart, and now he has to not feed her to an alligator.
I know, it's so strange. It's such a weird day.
Just having a complete midlife crisis.
Yeah,
you gotta love it. It's very sad.
It's a rough time.
Yeah. So now
then J Money.
J Money. The woman the girl he loves, the woman he loves is moving away. Lola is moving away, and just as he starts high school, he tells her, "You'll always be my first love," and she says, "You'll always be my first Jackson," which implies she's going to date many more Jacksons, and she's going to immediately replace him at school. Immediately after saying, "I'm not going to embarrass myself," he slips and falls and embarrasses himself horribly.
He becomes trending as Baloney Boy. Mankowski is not there to help. He pulls out a selfie stick and takes a selfie of like everyone with J Money on the ground in the neck brace holding the baloney that he slipped on.
Yes, he's just... I love the fact that he slips and falls, that it's not like anything. It's just immediately like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's on the floor. It's just randomly, because of course.
Oh, yeah.
That's his life.
He just has to.
He is a trip of a human being.
Honestly, that scene is just a metaphor for the life of J Money.
Yes. His much cooler friend starts a rumor that he's a very good kisser. He is immediately called out on it. Immediately someone says, I'm aware of your whole vibe. I do not believe that. Then a very cool girl kisses him, tells him he's a good kisser, but then also punches him in the arm. Everybody believes her. That's true. And his best friend, his other best friend, who's the worst, is like, hey, do you want to kiss me now?
To which J Money says,
no,
very rightfully no.
No, Mankowski, I do not want to do that. And
you are a thoroughly unkissable man.
And then he's roped into a dance competition where he just dabs the whole time.
Yeah, truly the saddest dance.
The saddest dance. And that's kind of J Money. I kind of love it.
That's J Money.
Ramona
is psyched to try out for the dance team because she's counting on, making a ton of friends on the dance team. She immediately shows up the dance captain with her skills, which a part of me was going like, right on Ramona, but also, hey, Ramona, maybe like read the room and don't show off right away. Because this guy because Chad Brad Bradley, he's very cool, but he's also a little full of himself. So,
I mean, that's only part of his charm.
It's part of his charm. He's one of those. It's like, it's one of those people who has just natural charisma, and like kind of his shittiness is kind of charisma. There are a lot of people who think that being shitty is charisma, and it's absolutely not true. But Chad Brad Bradley, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So Ramona is cut from the dance team, forced to eat lunch with the janitor. Even the janitor doesn't want to listen to her when she tries to talk to him. Even the janitor doesn't want to be her friend. She tells this to her only confidant, Max, now that her best friend has moved away. Right? Forgot to mention that. And then the next day she's sitting alone at lunch. And before like J Money and Rocky and Mankowski can maybe sit with her, and so she won't be alone. I felt like that was what would have happened.
Yeah.
A tiny little hip hop man.
A tiny little hip hop
man sits with her. He brings out an identically dressed hip hop woman who embarrass her so much, force her to participate in a dance competition against her mortal enemy, the captain of the dance team,
Chad Bradley, the coolest dude in school.
She gathers her only supporters to be her dance team, who are not good at being a dance team. But then in the end, she dances well. She shows her skills. She shows up that Chad Brad Bradley, and Chad Brad Bradley lets her on the team. So now Mankowski or Chad Brad Bradley?
Either one.
I'll do Mankowski. I'll save Chad Brad Bradley for last.
Sounds good. You gotta save the coolest dude for last.
Yeah. Mankowski shows up. Yeah. He's still super into DJ. At school, he's very excited to see boobies. I hate talking about this kid.
Oh my god, yeah.
It makes me sad.
Oh my god.
To be fair, he's also very excited about banana pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He immediately like turns on his best friend when J Money slips and falls and embarrasses himself. He's like, "We got to take a selfie and post this to Instagram, baloney boy."
In fairness, they all get really into it. Yeah. Like, it's almost a communal thing.
It starts trending like 5 seconds after it happens.
That is true. Trends very quickly. then because I guess we've established because he's so into DJ, he wants to kiss J Money, wants to do a smooch, which like, you know, fine if you want to do that, but it's very creepy based on your overt attraction to his mother.
Oh my god.
Is there a name for that complex?
Based on my 2 years of psych class, I would guess it was just Freud would say Oedipal complex again.
Oh my god.
I guess so. Yeah.
Everything's the Oedipal complex.
What's the name for the complex where you want to fuck your friend's mom? He does the monkey, and that's kind of the end of Mankowski's stuff in this episode, I think. And then we get to Chad Brad Bradley, who's so cool.
He's very cool.
He's so cool. He refers to choreography as choreog
because it's cooler. All
with the
words
og.
will be cool from now on, starting with butt soup. It's very
butt soup.
cool.
Well, og is what makes things cool. So do you mean butt soup og?
Butt soup og. Butt soup og.
I like the ring
butt
of
soup
that.
og.
But it also has pog in it, which makes me very happy.
Yep. He is absolutely shown up by Ramona, who points out that his dance moves are from the 90s.
Ooh.
Harrison snapped. I don't know if you could hear it.
I hope they could hear it, because I
just
devoted a
snapped
lot of
as
snapping
well.
power into those snaps.
He cuts her from the team because he is that insecure. He doesn't want a very good dancer on his dance team because he is threatened by her.
Oh, that is sad.
He continues to antagonize her because he is threatened by a strong woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he...
Anyone intimidated by a weak man, a strong woman is a weak man.
And then he also slips and falls and is put in a neck brace by Sad Teacher Man. And begrudgingly lets this girl onto his dance team.
All right. So, okay, here's my opinion. As much as I want to vote Chad Brad Bradley just because I love him, I think as the coolest kid in school, he can't really be a sad boy. It kind of goes against everything here. I think the main two candidates here are Matt and J Money, and I'm leaning more towards one over the other because J Money gets a win in the end. Matt does not.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna vote for Matt.
That's true.
I'm thinking Matt.
I think, I mean, it sounds like it's clinched for Matt. I 100% agree with Matt and see Matt, but going through it, I honestly, like, Ramona started looking more and more.
Ramona also got a win in the end. And Matt was more.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say Ramona does also get a win in the end. I think
Matt was more like pathetically entertaining.
Yes.
When you think about it, J Money and Ramona both have like entire 80s movies.
True.
Like,
that's honestly
into their
entire 80s movies
like,
crammed
it's
into
Footloose. It's like Footloose.
Ramona gets Footloose.
I need a scene of J Money angry dancing.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I just want a scene where J Money from across the room gestures to Ramona and then lifts her up to
That's Dirty Dancing.
Oh well.
Zach, that's Dirty Dancing. Zach, I'm ashamed.
I'm sorry. I'm getting my 80s dance movies mixed up.
I honestly, I didn't say it as much to correct you as much as like I want our listeners to know that we know that one's Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. Well, I didn't, but I know now. I got my 80s dance movies confused. All right. Well,
and I do want to see that scene.
Yes.
Preferably with Chad Brad Bradley lifting up J.
Yes. I would love to see that.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, you're so perfect. J Money even gets the standard like moment of like the popular girl now wants to kiss him.
But the nerdy girl takes off her glasses and all of a sudden she's hot now.
Yeah. Except she didn't take off her glasses this time. She didn't have glasses, but she was there.
Anyway, I think, Harrison, you want to take us home?
Well, guys, thank you for listening. If you want to find us on social media, check us out at Fullest House Pod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And this has been Real Guys. I'm Harrison Bloom.
I'm Zach Horowitz.
And I'm Mark Greene.
And until next time, may your houses be fuller, and may your Chads be Brad Bradley.